Claude Heller is in charge.
Have to make me host, I think.
Oh, sorry. This is not my thing here. Share, right?
Yep.
No, I want, let's
No,
share.
no, that's, click on, under participants. My name, and then it should say host or something like that.
Oh, I see. Stop video, make host. Yes,
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Okay, good.
you are now the host.
Okay. We're gonna start with flow. Sure, how to expand the screen. So anyway, three of a kind, Flo Inman.
Oh. That's a different interpretation of the topic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought of that, you know?
That's why we have different people.
Yeah.
Three ways
yes.
of the grape.
Ah, that's good. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, now,
This is still Flow.
Yeah.
is a flow, yeah. Now I have to,
I think this is going to be a short meeting.
yeah, it is,
So it's just you. Oh, there
there'll be five of us, yeah.
there were five?
Yeah.
Who was the fifth participant?
Or flow,
No. Oh, no, but Rich, you have photos too?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that you had.
I have to get out of this. Look up the next, needless to say, this is not my. I'll share, okay.
It's a 2-hour time difference. So I'm like a little.
That's all right, it'll probably take me 2 hours to get the next one up. Okay. Yeah, this is Sandy.
Well, I was hoping that at least some other members would show up, even though they didn't participate. It
Yeah.
does show a lack of
Okay, here we go.
interest.
Okay, you want to talk about it?
Can't see it yet, Clint.
Oh, you
No.
can't?
Is that who are you putting up?
You.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Let's see this.
Rich, the background, where is that? That's your background.
Let's see, that would be the Grand Tetons.
Ah, yes. I didn't get that view.
See it now.
Okay, coffee three-way series. And obviously those are the beans. And I started making coffee, so I figured grinding the coffee and just got interested. That last photo was taken. I put the tray on the ground and there was some light coming through the first photo. And I had my camera facing down, looking down into a dish. Oh, you missed the second one. This one I didn't enter this one, but again, coffee grounds. I use some, and the coffee in the containers, and I just made them into hearts, so nothing fancy. And I had some lights coming. I was using lights, accessory lights, and my camera was on a tripod. Okay, again, this is a board that I have, just a serving board with some photos of my bread, and I laid out the beans on that for different effect. Took a photo of some smoke that I had taken and incorporated into the beans. I also made copies and added more beans to the photos because I didn't have enough beans down there. So I filled in the frame, and I had to darken the background in order to get, because I used 2 photos. I superimposed them, the smoke and the beans. Okay, and these are just the tools that you need to make pour over coffee. I'm drinking some coffee now. But the beans, I would weigh them. Then I would get the water at a certain temperature and pour them into the pour over and let it drip at a certain rate. And then you make your coffee. And I do that like pretty much every day. Coffee is much better than the Keurig. So just some info on how to do the coffee if you're interested. And you know that, does anybody know that coffee, when you put this water in, it releases CO2. So that gives the coffee its flavor. These coffees are ground. And you grind them different settings, depending if you want to do drip, pour over, drip, or press coffee or espresso. The finer would be espresso. The coarser would be the drip coffee. And I combine these 2 photos. You'll see that the combination in the next photo. I did some smoke photos in my garage using a backdrop of black, and I think, what did I use? Oh, I had not candles. What are those things called? When incense, I had this incense going, and I had my camera on a tripod, and I just took a lot of snaps of the smoke.
You hippie,
What?
you hippie.
Yeah.
I bought the incense. I didn't have the incense. I just bought it for this.
Sure.
Yes. So here I combined the 2, and I did a little changing of the shape of, in order to make it look like it was coming out. And I added some bubbles around to make it look like it was coming out of the coffee. And that's just, I think that's it.
Okay, that is. Yep. Okay, now. See this?
No,
Okay. You see it now?
yes,
Yes.
Okay. This is from me. Variations on a tree.
Huh.
Sit there all alone. With proper handling, a tree can be walk from your house. Water is the interesting thing. You can do thousands of different things, but
Oh,
a
yeah.
peaceful
The ice,
peaceful lake, iceberg, fountain,
where'd you get the ice? Where was the iceberg? Where were you?
Antarctic Sea,
Uh,
ocean.
I got some of those in Alaska on the trip that we were
Oh,
on.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yay.
Okay, that was quick.
Oh,
Okay, we
Two
have.
more. 2 more.
well, the shot you took of the book with the glasses, did you have a black background or do something to it?
I had it was on like a black cloth or probably a big poster board or something like that was black, yeah.
Okay.
I really thought the subject would have attracted more people. It was a good way to show creativity. I don't know.
Okay, let's see if we can find that next one. Yeah. You see it now?
Yes.
Good. Just at the end, I'm
Right.
starting to get the hang of this.
All right, don't blink. We're gonna be out of here quickly.
Yeah, okay. Wow. The marigolds.
This is 3 views of the same marigold.
Mm.
In May. In June
Mhm.
and in July.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. They die so quick.
Yeah.
I thought
Oh, yeah.
marigolds last most of the summer.
You were
Yeah.
planning this for a long time.
Yeah. One more. One more.
Rich, were they actually the same pot, everything?
No,
You
they were all
cheated.
taken the same day. 3 different
Yeah.
plants.
Are you
Oh.
kidding?
No.
No. He left the one that's all dried out, he left it in the garage for a few days.
No, that's still in the yard.
Oh.
Look out on the wall, Mario. All 3 of them are there.
Were you serious that it was all the same day?
Yeah,
Oh, well,
yeah, they're 3 different plants, but they all look the same and they're in different stages of development.
it looked like they were all like similar pots of the same pot, I thought they were.
Okay,
Mario.
I like pictures of eggs. You could do so much with eggs.
Ken.
I ate all of them, by the way.
Oh, good. And just that one I like. Love it. And what'd you use? What kind of, what did you put?
I
down?
just set up a black paper on the tabletop and a black trifold in the background. It's something I do a lot.
And then you use.
I had it by a window, but I actually used my on-camera flash set down very, very low
Okay.
and took the shot. And of course, it was lying on the table. So in post-processing, I turned it on an angle. To,
Ah,
yeah,
I was wondering how you got it to
I
stand up.
used, what's the thing? I forget what it's called, where you can rotate the photo.
Oh,
transpose.
Is it transpose?
okay, but it
Could-
really does
could
look
be.
like it's standing on the, on edge.
Yeah.
Did
You
you
got a
put
I
nice
it-
tried to
tech-
do something to get it standing on end, but I really.
The only thing you could have used like,
Oh, wait a minute. I took a couple of shots where it was just lying there on its side.
mhm.
And I took this,
Yeah, I was thinking
which
something like a hanging or
some people
something.
may recognize as something from the inside of a hard drive.
Mhm.
When you take
That's
it
from the
apart.
inside of a hard drive? You opened up your.
Yeah, it's one of
just
the-
For this photo?
No. Just, years ago. But I tried to rest the egg on that. And I think actually with this photo, I was able to get it to lean just a little bit on top of this wood. And then in photo editing, I took the ring out.
Okay.
And then I transposed it. So
You got great texture in the shell.
Yeah,
that's
good.
that's Nick. That's
Ah,
we went into Nick and
added it.
I had good focus. I did manual focus, right, to set it up because especially with the flash and not having much light, and which having the black background and just this white egg, you're not gonna have much to focus on. So I did manual focus. Took a while to set up to a certain place where I thought it was good. I had a wide angle lens on, so I was only about 1.5 feet away from it. And took the shot, but you can give a little more structure and texture with
Yeah.
the Nik filters.
It's interesting, just a sidebar, when we talk about AI, artificial intelligence, I mean, really Topaz is artificial intelligence. You add texture, you take out the noise or any of that, you sharpen, that's really adding stuff that's not there to your photograph. But
Well,
not to the extreme of just putting a word in and saying Breckenridge, and somebody was talking to me today and coming up with an image of downtown Breckenridge.
But I mean, most of the stuff I think with Nik, it's the stuff that's there, but it just exaggerates it. It brings it out.
Brings it out.
Yeah.
That's good.
Next step.
Now, this I played with a long time, and I couldn't get it as good as I'd like to focus, because I was trying to pour it out from one bowl into another bowl, and I got egg all over my black paper and had to throw it out. But I kept trying to do it, and I took a whole bunch of shots. I was trying to catch it at that moment where the egg was like kind of suspended in air between the bowl and the thing in the top. So I had the remote shutter release with my left hand, and I was trying to pour it out with my right hand. And I was trying to get it at just that right distance. Again, it was manual focus, but I didn't feel like I could really. It's not as sharp as I would have liked. And there were a lot of reflection spots and stuff that I took out with Photoshop.
I wish I could have watched you doing that.
Yeah.
It was.
I think I heard you
funny.
across the.
And Rich, that became a scrambled egg later, and I ate it after breakfast.
Yeah.
I think I heard you when you were doing that.
And then this is the last, and I did this on a clear glass dish on top of black paper, and that's a little arugula from my garden. And I threw it next to the egg fried up, and had to do a little work because the glass dish is kind of old, so it had a lot of scratches in it, and I had to go around and content aware and cloning to get rid of the distractions. But
Where is the dish?
You don't see the dish.
No.
You could see it was a glass dish over black. There was some reflection areas, and again, I had very, very low powered onboard flash.
It's you ever use,
And just
sorry.
and when I did the cloning and content aware to get rid of like the scratches and stuff, I just went whole hog and got rid of the shiny reflection on the rim of the dish. And I kind of like it. To me,
I like this. Yeah.
it's suspended in air, and I did this with the tripod, aiming straight down 90 degrees toward the ground, toward the tabletop. So it's directly above.
But you don't use Photoshop, but you use Photoshop elements. Because in Photoshop, you can do or Lightroom. They have the same one in Photoshop Raw, where you select the subject, and then you can edit just the subject, or you can select the background. And if you can't, and sometimes what I do is select the subject, and then I invert it. So then you get the background, then you can do all your edits directly on the background.
Yeah.
You do, don't
Now,
you
when
have
you
that-
say you selected, you're just talking about the normal technique using
No,
marching ants?
In Raw, they have a mask. You use the mask, and you have I did this on the last, when I did an in-service. When I did one of my workshops, you select it.
Remember which one?
No.
Oh, yeah. I
the last
remember.
one.
It was
What?
texture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You use the mask, and they give you options how to select. You select the subject, and then you can do all your main edits directly on that. You can do your color lighting,
Right.
your clarity, your, all that directly on the subject. So they probably would select the egg and the green. If it doesn't select the whole thing, you could always do a add and use a brush. So if something is missing, if they forgot to add something.
So the problem I've had is with the number of these workshops, I cannot find ways to do some of these things with elements.
Well, I did know that they.
I do
some of
stuff
that-
heavy handed. It's like, if I were to select this, I would have to do it with, what's the
Yeah,
tool?
yeah, I know. It's a much more tedious process. And I did do some, I've been doing some of my photo on my iPhone. And they have Lightroom and they have the same options. So I've been doing editing like that too. So, but you need to have Lightroom. You can't get the Lightroom for your cell phone unless you have Lightroom by Adobe. You have an account.
Right,
So,
anyway. That was it. And then the last one is a composite.
Very nice.
Yeah,
and now I have to go make some eggs. I'm hungry.
yeah,
I just wanted to bring out something using PowerPoint, and I guess all of those documents, the applications get updated, but I was struck. First thing is, I don't ever remember having this ability where I had the photos and I initially started to put the 3 photos on, just copy paste to that last slide. And you got a straw, huh? And all of a sudden on the right, it started giving me, and I noticed Flow had something similar, but it started giving me all these suggestions as to how to arrange it,
Yeah.
to do
Yeah.
this. And I picked
Right.
one of them and I thought, holy cow. And the other thing I was struck with is in the earlier part where I imported the photo from my folder into the initial slides, it came up with suggested titles. And I thought, this is the AI stuff.
Yeah.
And for instance, on that middle one, thanks. Hon.
Mhm.
On that middle one, it said egg in glass. And I thought to myself, how the hell did it figure that out?
This is in Photos, in PowerPoint?
PowerPoint
I
I
haven't
took-
seen that.
on the individual photos, and it did it to me in each one. I wasn't putting titles. I should have kept them. I couldn't figure out how to get it back. But when I put the egg in it first, I hardly noticed it, but it said on the bottom, suggested title, and
Oh, I-
it maybe even said egg on black background. The second one, it said egg in glass bowl or something in glass. And I just looked at it and I said, Christ almighty, how could it tell that that was a glass bowl behind it? I forget what it said for the last one, but I just shook my head thinking, this is freaking AI. It could tell this stuff. And then it gave this, suggested layout. And I thought, wow, it's powerful. I mean, if we were graphic artists and we were doing an ad campaign or something, I couldn't have put this together better. And it made so many different suggestions with each one of the 3 photos being the highlighted photo, and stuff like that. And I thought it's just,
That's in your PowerPoint program?
Yeah, when you choose, you can choose.
Rich,
the
I
template.
brought up PowerPoint, copied the photo in, and it made suggested
Oh,
things.
you have the real Microsoft PowerPoint?
Yeah, when I got
Yes.
this laptop about a year ago, I had some credits because we bought a washing machine or something at Best Buys.
Mhm.
So when I was using all these couple of $100 of credits that I had. I bought the laptop and then the guy, I said, I need Word and stuff like that. And the guy talked me into getting it. And I got the one where you pay, I think it's a small amount a year.
Oh,
And
that's the Microsoft 360 or something? Office 360?
Yeah. So it gives you PowerPoint and
Mhm.
Excel and Word.
Well, if you look on the
And
top.
so that's why I think I don't know if I've ever seen this, and I'm guessing, well, I haven't used it that often.
But look, if you look on the top where you have, like, you see the menu, file, home, insert, drawer, design. If you clicked on design, it would give you an array of designs that you can use
Okay.
for this.
Do you have
Also-
any way that you can think of that you can bring up those captions that it suggested?
I'll have to look at, I don't remember seeing that when I did my slides. And also, if you choose a specific template, it'll automatically, if you click on it, they'll load it on the right-hand side, a series of different ways to show it, which way you want your slide. And so that it's just built into template. It's built in presets into Photoshop, PowerPoint.
Mhm.
And you know, Claude, you can do, if you hit slideshow on the top of this slide, it'll not show all the stuff on the top. It'll just show the photos and you just advance it.
I think it's on the bottom too that they have.
Yeah, where it says slideshow on the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think F5 does it too.
Oh, maybe, I don't know all the.
Claude, go down to the bottom. You see there's a few symbols there.
Oh, yes, yeah,
Put your cursor over each one. I think one of them will say slide. Keep going to the right.
yeah,
Next.
yes.
All right.
No,
Oh, that's at slide sorter. Go to the next one. To the right. Slideshow. Click
Slideshow.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Now
So,
you can use the arrows to click back to the
yeah, on
beginning.
your keyboard.
Use your left arrow.
Yep.
Right. So you could do
And this
that.
gives gives a whole better, closer view of the.
Right, yeah, it's a better view.
You know,
Yeah.
now we see this capability with PowerPoint. Now, I guess even in Photoshop, you could put photos together into one image, but I often thought that if we ever wanted to do, like in competitions, a theme where you're showing more than one photo, that would be difficult with the Photo Contest Pro because the photos are all scattered. The
Yeah.
only way to do it is the only way to do it would be as if you did it separately on a PowerPoint or in a folder where you could say, here are the 3 photos or 4 photos that Rich Grossberg has on this particular theme, like let's say streets in
Mhm.
Manhattan or something. But this is interesting that if you go to that last slide, you know, it would be a way that you could put together 3 or 4 photos in one photo, you know, so it could lead to an interesting competition way of merging 3 or 4 photos in the same, or even 2 in the same
Well,
topic or theme.
yeah, but you can do this in Photoshop. I know you can import different templates and some of them are collages.
Will it? So
Yes,
it might be worthwhile showing people, and we could think of doing it like this way,
Yeah.
like, you know, off the top of my head, like, all right, like, you know, had fireworks put up there. You could do like 3 photos of fireworks and have them all
in
displayed.
one, yeah,
Street vendors, 3 photos of street vendors or something like that. Just an idea.
yeah, but again, that'll be more, a lot of people may not have that skill
Right.
level.
You'd have to show them how to do that.
Yeah, that would have to be a workshop, but if you exit out of this screen, just hit your escape button on your keyboard, Claude. Go to design. You see what? Oh, that's the major design, but did you use a blank template for your
Yes.
slides? I
Yes,
didn't. I used a specific template, and that's why, you see, mine was all purple, I had the pinks in it. So when go to the very last one that says designer.
I was just
Underneath,
curious
you see,
how you find those captions.
go below, you see designer,
Fascinating.
you see where, on the right, all the way to the right, hit designer. See, now you have a set, hit it again. See, you have all your options there, how you can have done the photo.
Yes,
Oh,
that's what was brought up. And that was one of them. Yeah, you can see.
Mhm.
The captions, if you ever figure out how you get those back, I'd really be curious on the individual photos.
Hmm.
Anyway, that was it. It was
Yeah.
interesting. And I was
Yeah.
taken back by how powerful this stuff is now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, if you find out how to do that, if it happens by accident the next time,
Yeah.
yeah, because I don't remember seeing it. Okay, well, I think it was a great idea. And there were five participants, which means there were five of us who were willing to go a little step further to do some creativity.
Yeah.
And if we put this on for people to look at, if they do look at it, I hope they get inspired to try something on their own.
Just a point of interest.
Yes,
The email went out of how to do this. It said submit PowerPoints to Claude between July 1st and July 8th. Not a single person did that.
well, I did. I did it before,
You did before. You didn't
Yeah,
do it.
yeah.
when-
but then you graciously.
I know,
Yeah,
but
because I was going to be in the middle, just getting here.
yeah,
and
I know.
so,
I mean, I sent it to you. You say you never got it.
I don't know why I didn't get it.
It's less than 2 megabytes to
Yeah,
PowerPoint.
it's not
and
that big.
but You never got the email.
Never got the email.
And
Any
it never,
one of
it
them.
didn't get kicked back to you.
No, because there are times, you'll get error.
Mhm.
Yeah.
or undeliverable or something like that. And so many people I talk to, emails fly around for meeting here, golf here, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And people are saying constantly, I didn't get the email or I didn't see it.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, some of it I think is old age. But sometimes I
yeah.
actually believe it. People have problems with AOL or this and
Right.
that. And the emails are not getting there. And that's why when I send it, I always say, please let me know you got it.
Yeah.
Because you never know anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say.
I don't know how to stop the recording. I see it says it's recording on the top. I don't know how to stop it. I guess.
There is a way to stop it. I forget.
Yes, yeah, but it's not on the bottom of my screen.
We'll
Well, I
sign
guess-
out of Zoom.
I think once we sign out, it'll stop.
Yeah, I will stop.
All right,
yeah.
so,
I think
okay,
that's-
so we'll see you in the next time. Oh,
All right, everybody.
okay. Take
Take
Good
care.
care.
night.
Bye. Thanks a lot, Claude.
Good job, Cliff.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
How do I get out of here?
Leave meeting.
There we go. All right.